All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Murray. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Purple 64. Red. White 80. Undercrush.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Foles. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Under.
Here's Foles. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Foles. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Purple 64.
He'll drop to throw. Try to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now Balazs, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Now let's go. 319, 319.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 319, 319. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now out come the Patriots. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Great.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. He may try and run for this. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
13.
They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Come here.
Now back to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
The give is to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Pats able to cash in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Second down. Here's an option right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Murray finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on second down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Check 4, check 4.
A give to Jones. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Now he steps away. Given 9 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. A final shot before break. Murray. He's going to fire one deep over them, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
13.
change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Here we go. Three down. Hey, silver. Tighten up.
Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. Green 80. Watch out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Tempo. Silent.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Murray. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down, Murray. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. You got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey. Green 80. Silent. Hey, watch it.
Again, it's Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He wasn't ready. Let's go.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw here. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
180. Great.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 180. Great.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. They're able to locate Wilson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Hey. 13.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They come out here in the eye. And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here's Conley. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. On 1st and 10, Murray. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Murray. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Right there, 13.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here come the Dolphins. To the right, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Great.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Purple 64.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, silver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, here's Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Matt Hawk now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And take it right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They're all finished in the game up in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. That one's certainly of interest to many around the league. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of